Diverse network could be people in different fields, people in different nationalities, men or women,
different races,
different races, different
Be
countries. Global.
I'm taking notes of what you're saying.
I know I am. I'm definitely taking notes. But when you're consistently doing this, right? When you actually need something, you don't want to be the individual that only texting them when you need something.
Networking have just really radically changed because before the pandemic, we believed in face-to-face.
Face-to-face.
But COVID showed us that it can be done,
virtually. Virtual. Now you're able to connect with people not just in your local market.
Right.
It's not just domestic anymore. Now you could be global. Yeah, now it's to be international.
Because you don't necessarily have to go to a place now. There's so much out there on social media. Who now thinks that Africa is still starving?
Yes.
Let's chill. Hello, hola, bonjour, sanibonani,
namaste. What up, Chaplain Chillers? It's your boy, Coach LJ, your supportive friend. Yes, and I'm with my lovely wife, my business partner, my awesomeness, the one and only Lady Caesar. She's in the building. Yes. Yes. And so, welcome to another empowerment episode of Chilling With The Chaplins. Yes, you ready for it tonight? You ready for today's episode?
Yes. We're coming back with another epic episode. Today, we're deciding, because we're starting off 2024 and we just want everybody to be prepped up for an extraordinary, successful year.
Yes.
We're going to be diving into the dynamic world of networking. Exploring how building meaningful connections can actually supercharge your success in this new year. And, how incredible life can be when they say it's not what you know. All right.
It's not even who you know, it's who knows you.
Absolutely. So buckle up as we unfold the secrets of effective networking. And in the title, Network Your Way to Success.
Network your way to success. Yes. Because I'm learning as I grow my business and as I keep evolving into the person I am, learning more and more that networking is very critical for your advancements. To achieve great things and be able to go to the next level. So, I'm learning that, and as an introvert, because I know sometimes for some people, introverts, it's
much harder.
It's much harder to network, but it's very important. You want to advance. We always say you could go fast alone, but you could go so much further together. When you mingle and you meet other like-minded individuals, you could go so much further. So let's do better in networking in 2024.
Yeah, especially for people like you.
Yes.
Because for me, networking it ain't a problem, darling.
Yes.
So let's talk about the evolution of networking 2024, because the honest truth is things have changed.
Shifted, changed, yes.
Like, it's not the same as it was back in the days, where you go in, you read the room, exchange business cards. Well, that's still there, but there's a whole shift now.
Now they got digital business cards.
Let me tell you, when I first came across that, I was like, what? Oh, let me scan my QR code.
Yes.
What? Okay, whatever. So, I mean, things are just evolving so much. We're gonna talk about that, how even technology can be now used as a great means of networking. All right, it doesn't necessarily now mean that we just gonna have to come in, shake hands. I think it will work very well for introverts as well. So you have no excuse not to network now. Okay, so post the pandemic, networking have just really radically changed, because before the pandemic, we believed in face-to-face.
Face-to-face.
But COVID showed us that it can be done, virtually on your FaceTimes, your Zooms, your Microsoft
Google Meets,
your, Teams and all that. Yeah, you made me say Meet.
Teams.
So let's talk about how we can now embrace digital both, I mean, embrace networking both in digital and in person, because like I said before, it had to be a face-to-face thing. But now it no longer has to be.
Yeah, it was rare before a pandemic. It was very
people
rare.
Would be like, what do you want us to talk
about? Yeah, it was mostly all in-person events. But after the pandemic, you know, because they had no other choice because of the lockdown, you know, so they were forced to do virtual events. And so now...
And they just as effective. Like I attended a session this weekend, again, networking session, and it was so beautiful. I think on my LinkedIn, I had like an increase of about 15, 20 people connections that very hour.
Yeah, 20 new ones?
Yeah, which is incredible, you know, because while everything was happening, we were like, okay, add your LinkedIn profiles on the chat and people can connect. So I made a couple of connections through that. So it can be something as simple as that. And you do, like we always say, your net worth is
your net worth is your network is your net worth.
Your network is your net worth.
Yes.
So you want to have the right network around you. You want to be connected to the right people, because that determines how much you are worth, right? Because we now rely on people saying, oh, I know the right person for that. You know, resumes and CVs don't really do much anymore. It's now people saying, I can refer somebody to you, because people want people they can trust. And it's usually through a friend of a friend, etc. Yeah, so that's a game changer.
Yes, and this is why you want to embrace not just in person, because the beautiful thing about virtual, you know, now you're able to connect with people not just in your local market.
Right.
It's not just domestic anymore. Now you could be global. Yeah, now it's to be international. You know, you can actually meet people. You know, you could be in New Jersey and meet somebody in Asia.
That's what's happened with our meeting. We had, I think virtually, there were like over 100 people, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know. But it was a nice number. It was over 50. And everybody was from, okay, let me not say everybody, but there were people from all over the world.
Canada, United Kingdom.
South Africa, Uganda, Nigeria, Dubai. Because the person in Dubai was like, well, it's evening on my end. And it's like, you know, you can't even say good morning, because this was a session in the morning in the US. Yes. You have to say hello. Because you got people from different time zones, which was incredible. You know, you got to meet people from various professions, from various countries, and it was just an amazing bunch of people.
Yes. So let's embrace this on in-person, virtual events, platforms, things like that. Yeah, so that we're able to build our personal and professional growth, so that we're able to grow personally as well as professional.
Oh, you had to emphasize that.
Yes, I had to emphasize it. Yes, indeed.
So how do we now cultivate this connection to be authentic? Because I'm still old school. I'm sorry. I'm still believing in face-to-face. I think human connection is so much better than digital connection.
Yes, it is.
But then, like you said, digital connection goes an extra mile, because you're now able to connect with people all over the world in different time zones. And for a case like mine, you know, with having family abroad, sometimes digital almost becomes like human, especially when you're FaceTiming. You know, it's like you're seeing them, but not really, you know. But I'm still a believer, if there is an in-person event, go, shake hands, meet people face to face. Because you can fake it digitally, but you cannot fake it in person. Well, some people are good in faking it anyway. But, I mean, you can only do so much in person. People want to, you know, feel your energy. You know, I know some people are like energy inclined. They're like, I go with the person's energy. So some people want to feel your energy. And if your energy says something else, people don't want to be connected to you. But it's hard to tell a person's energy digitally. It's not impossible.
Yes, it's not impossible.
But it's a bit harder, because when you, like, for example, when you're speaking to somebody on the phone, a person can sense your mood.
Yes.
If you're smiling, you're laughing, you're crying, you're mad, or whatever, That's why in customer service they will always say smile when you're speaking to people because people can feel that.
But that's like virtual though. People can feel you, because especially when you're seeing it on the phone. They don't see you.
Right.
But when you're virtual, at least they can see your face.
But remember, phone is also digital.
Yes, it's also digital.
I was just making an example that yes, they can feel you and sense you, but it's even better in person. If you have an option to go and you're able to go in person, I will still opt for in person than virtually. But then let's say we're embracing both avenues.
Yes, but again, like even we're embracing both avenues, but you want to cultivate authentic connections. You know, when because you got to even do it even more. You know, it's easier for me as an introvert. I like the virtual because I can easily express myself virtually.
But even for introverts, you must learn to do the in person.
Oh, maybe it's a cop out for me.
Yeah, it is. It actually is.
It's a cop out because we prefer the virtual, but like I said, it's me. I know it's easier to express myself virtually. You know,
because you're being a cop out. It's good to. Because there's nothing like meeting a person in person.
Yes, it's not like meeting a person in person, but the network is the network, it virtually or in person. But the goal is to cultivate that connection. If you're not, like I said, if you can't meet with a person in person, you know, maybe because of time constraint, because a lot of time we are busy. So sometimes that's a good way as well, because when you busy, you know, you can easily put on your Zoom or go live or whatever, just to still get that connection, even though you can't go out in person. So
yeah, like the event was actually in New York.
Yeah,
it was like a 2-3 hour event. I couldn't go there in person, but I could join in virtually because I was going off to another engagement thereafter. So it worked both ways, where I was able to attend something that I wanted to attend, but also be able to quickly do my second engagement without having to come back from New York and go through all that traveling stresses. So yeah, you're right. But my point, we are at the point of how do we cultivate now authentic relationships by being consistent, because you can't just connect with people and just leave them hanging.
Yes, I know. That's me leaving hanging. I always say this. I'm great in building relationships. I'm suck in nurturing relationships. But that changes. It changes though. It's gonna change. Yeah. Yes, it's gonna change though, because I'm more aware of where I'm at or who I am. So I know I'm suck. I'm not great in nurturing relationships. Yeah. So now I'm learning, okay, what can I do to build this genuine interaction? Because again, we want to have quality over quantity.
Right. And also, I mean, I think you people like you, they go too much into their heads. Mm-hmm. You don't have to be meeting up for coffee, tea, and all that. No. You should learn from me, because I'm a master networker.
Yes,
I text people. I call people. I respond. I hate somebody when I'm texting them, they don't respond, at least within the next 24 or 48 hours. Mm-hmm. Respond. Just say, or even now we have emojis. You don't even have to put words. You just put a heart, a thumbs up, just to acknowledge, you know, that you've seen it, you've read it. Sometimes text messages don't need a response, but it's an acknowledgement to say, hey, I acknowledge that you sent me this and I read it or I listened to it, because some people send voice notes, etc. You know, but I dislike it when people just ignore or they blue tick you. You know, and blue tick is so funny, because we know that the person has read the message, but they just didn't open it.
Yes.
Because there's ways of reading without opening. You know, so that they act as if, oh, I didn't get the chance to read your message, whatever. Mm-hmm. You know, so
and the reason why it's very important, like I said, we talk about consistency as well as transparent communication, because you building trust. The more you consistent,
and that's the key of a relationship.
Yes,
trust.
Yeah, trust. You're building that trust and you're building that rapport when you consistently communicate, being transparent with that individual. You know, they're getting to know you further, and the more they get to know you, the more they will willing to speak.
Of course, and they're more and that's how you get opportunities as well. Oh,
Yes, yes.
Then they get to know you better.
They get to know you
because
better.
you can't depend on your LinkedIn profile, or you can't depend
yes.
on your social media profiles.
The aggravating.
No, because that can lie.
That can lie. Yes.
People put up front in those in those
yes.
things, because it's a glimpse of who you are. It's a
Yes.
snapshot of who you are. It's not the real you. So that's why it's always nice to have a conversation with people, text people, inbox them, email them. It doesn't have to be every day. I mean, people understand that we are busy beings, but every once in a while, people who take the time to connect with you, you must also take the time to connect back.
Yes,
and
yes.
that is my thing for 2024. I'm connecting with those who are connecting with me. I'm not going after people who don't want to go out, who are not.
You're not wasting your time, right?
No.
Yeah.
I'm the one who's always going after you. Hey, how you doing? It has to be both ways.
Two-way street, right?
We're all busy. That's how relationships are, right?
Yeah.
And so that's how trust and rapport is also built, because I'm seeing that, they have an interest in my life. Let me have an interest in their lives. Simple as that.
Yeah, yeah.
That's how you build.
That's how you build
consistency
this consistency.
and
yes.
trustworthy, a strong relationship.
That strong bond, because again, especially when you're trying to build a business, or when you're trying to build a connection, or when you're trying to advance in your career, whatever it may be, you being consistent. Like even like when you applying for jobs, you gotta be consistent and applying every day. You gotta be consistent and going to that interview. You gotta be consistent going to different workshops. You gotta be consistent in meeting people. You gotta be consistent and just texting, because you gotta remember, because what happened,
a quick phone call, a quick voice note.
Because what happened is, if you are testing people consistently every now and then just to say a hi, now when you
I'm taking notes of what you're saying.
I know I am. I'm definitely taking notes. But when you're consistently doing this, right? When you actually need something, you don't want to be the individual that only texting them when you need something.
And people don't like that.
And people don't like that because
people
it's
can read that.
Yes, because it seems like the only time you text me when you need something.
And they will say, "Oh, here we go again. What do you want?"
Yes,
because they already know.
They already know.
You never say hi for the sake of just saying hi.
Yes, yes. But imagine you are consistently building that transparent communication with the individual every now and then. Hi, how are you doing? That's what you got. Hey, how are you doing today? Whatever. So that when something come up and you need that connection,
you're the first person that comes to their mind.
And you always go to them. You know what? I know you're in this situation. I know you're in this this arena, this area, and I would like to know, can you have this issue? I had this problem. Can you assist me with it, or do you know somebody else? And guess what? They'd be willing to.
Sometimes you don't even have to say that. People will just offer. They're like, "Oh, I heard that you're in this space. I know somebody who is actually looking." That has happened so many times.
Yeah.
And if it can happen for others, it can happen for us. But we have to open ourselves up for such things, because they won't just come to us. We have to open ourselves up.
Open ourselves, yes.
Yeah. But also, when I mentioned about contacting people and texting and emailing and sort of, be there for people.
Yes, be genuine, right? That genuine support.
Offer that genuine support. Be there for people. Somebody goes through a rough patch and you hear about it. Send them a note and say, "Hey, I heard. I'm so sorry. You're in my prayers and thoughts." Let's overuse that, okay? I know you hardly pray for
overuse it. Yes.
But it just shows that you are thinking about that person. And
empathy.
And people always say it's the thought that counts. Empathy goes a long way. People are like, "Oh man, she thought of me." I might not pray and think about you like I was saying. Well, I'm thinking about you because I sent you a text, right? But I might not go and pray for you.
Yeah.
But I have you in my mind.
Yes. And again, when you offer genuine support, here's the thing, another thing that just came to me too. When you building this consistency and you offering genuine support, don't be robotic.
What do you mean by that?
A lot of times you're just doing it just to doing it. It's not like more, it's like genuine, you just, because you have another agenda, but you actually, maybe it was on your heart and you say, you know what, let me say hi to them.
There shouldn't be hidden agendas.
But I'm just saying,
if you're trying to build like
that relationship. But what I'm saying, don't be robotic when you're saying hi to someone, and this is why you want to be consistent, because sometimes we can just be robotic and just just be saying hi to an individual, like, okay, I don't know if you get what I'm saying, but
yeah.
when
No,
I talk
no,
about Roboto.
I do. I do. I get what you're saying. Like, don't be doing it because, like how most people in the West do it, where you scratch my back, I scratch yours.
Yes,
Don't do
yes.
it because you're after something.
Yes.
Do it because you genuinely mean to do it.
Yeah.
Because we know people even within, our families who would call you or text you just because they want something. If they don't want anything, you don't even know that they exist.
Yes, because sometimes when I wrote about it, because sometimes that message to be generic, just it could be a generic message. It's like sometimes even like when you respond to somebody on Facebook, them generated text messages a lot of times. So that's why I'm like,
Don't be
robotic.
cold.
Don't be cold and robotic.
Just
Sometimes
be
put some
human.
thought to it. Yeah. Sometimes every now and then.
That's why I don't even like the happy birthday, wishing her a happy birthday. Because people be like,
yeah, just happy birthday. It's just generic, just like robotic. That's what I mean when I mean don't be robotic. Sometimes put some
you
thought
couldn't
in.
even add something, have a great year, wishing you best, whatever.
Yeah, like
They just
like,
go through
yeah,
that Facebook thing.
aggravating. Like, did you really mean it? Did you really mean a happy birthday? Did you really mean hi? That's what I mean. Don't be robotic, because sometimes you can just say hi, just to say hi or whatever, but you don't really mean to say hi. But you just, like we always say when we talk about when people go to church, they check the register. They know they don't really want to be there, but they going because they want just to say they went to church. This is what I'm saying.
Their mind is not there.
This is what I'm saying. When you're building and networking, just don't be robotic, and because you really don't want to be there, you really don't want to do it, but you're doing it because
build
you
a
feel
personal connection. That's what we're saying. Build that, whether it's business or personal. Just work on building a connection with people, because when you do that, people see you in a different light. They value you even more.
Yes,
right?
Definitely going beyond the boardroom, going beyond the business, going beyond your person, go beyond just the status quo.
So, what are the networking tools that are out there? Tools and techniques in this 2024 era, because there's plenty out there. And I can think of a few. What are some that you can think of? We mentioned LinkedIn.
Mentioned Zoom.
That's mainly for professionals.
Because you know what, too? And I say LinkedIn because LinkedIn is a powerful tool. I mean, it's a kept secret. Because everyone because everyone always talk about Instagram, TikTok.
But that's more social.
Yes. But LinkedIn, to really build a community or a network or
I actually underestimated LinkedIn.
Yeah, everyone does. Everyone always underestimate LinkedIn because they always focus on Instagram or
because
Facebook.
It's so serious.
I know, but guess what? You either build a better community or you either build a better connection on LinkedIn because it's more professional.
Of course.
Because it's more serious.
CEOs and all
yes,
that.
because...
And people who are like scouting, recruiters and all that. In fact, the event that I went to, they said if you don't have a LinkedIn account, then there's something, you're not serious about your future.
Yes.
There's something, they actually said there's something wrong with you because you're not serious about your future. Especially in the professional realm. You need to have a
LinkedIn account. Yes, you need to. Because this is how you build those connections, because these is like executives that's on LinkedIn. These are CEOs. These is directors. And so when you're able to build that connection on LinkedIn, you're able to go into that LinkedIn account because one day you might need something.
In fact, LinkedIn has now become a resume. Some companies don't even want a resume. They want your LinkedIn
profile.
What? Yeah. So they look at that because they know you can lie on a resume, but you can't lie publicly because there are people who are going to say, hold on, you say you worked where? So you can't really lie publicly. I think that's why. That's the reason why.
Yeah.
They're avoiding people who lie on their resumes because people can easily lie on their resume because it's like a private thing.
It's like a private thing,
but LinkedIn, you have to have the guts to really lie on LinkedIn because it's out there. Everybody can see it like, oh, hold on. Why did you say you work? Don't lie now. So yeah, I think that's why companies are going for that more. And it's just less paper. Companies are like paperless now, and they're like, you know what? If I can see who you really are on your LinkedIn and see the people that you are connected to, then I can see the kind of person that you are. So the resume doesn't tell me much, but LinkedIn tells me everything.
It tells you everything. Yes, it does. And so definitely Google Meet, Zooms, other virtual platform that you should go to.
And good old Facebook.
Yeah.
Socially, good old people our age are still into Facebook.
Yes.
And the younger ones, of course, they're more into...
I would say Facebook groups. Joining Facebook groups. Yes, that's in your niche.
There's some really good... That's in your niche.
Yes, that's in your niche.
But also just networking. But I have to emphasize this, even with your socials, be careful what you put out there.
Yes.
Because we were discussing earlier that employers do go and check now.
They do check.
In fact, immigration in America, they actually have a department solely for social media. So when they're screening those applications, they go check you out on social media first. Especially those who are getting married, like green card marriage, they go check if you're even saying that you engaged or married to the person that you're claiming to be married to. And if you hardly even post your spouse, it becomes a red flag.
Yeah, it becomes a red flag.
How are you saying you're married to the person?
Yeah, and you never
even post anything.
Yeah,
about
you never.
it. And your profile says you are single.
Your profile says you're single.
Oh, it's complicated.
It's complicated. Like, for real, if you're married to a person or you're engaged, you would think you will update your profile. Because, remember.
If it's authentic.
If it's authentic, you would think you will put this stuff in. If you don't put this stuff, when they check that,
raises a red flag.
It raises a red flag.
So we're giving you some tips here.
Yes, if you're trying to get married, for immigration, you're trying to get married.
Even for jobs, they look at these things. Oh, you're posting yourself smoking those hubblies and stuff like that.
Yes.
Do they really want to be associated with somebody showing off smoking weed and all that on Facebook? No. If you're
showing your body and all this,
showing off your tattoos, and all that. Nobody wants to be associated with that. I was looking at this
half naked.
Right. I was looking at this other lady who had her whole butt out. I'm like, woman, you are over 40. Why do you have to see your bum every week?
Yes.
People who are wearing those G-strings that shows the bums, why are we being shown that? That's your private part.
Yes, that's your private. I would say this, you got to think about this. Whatever you posted today, would you want your children and grandchildren 30 years later to see your profile picture, to see all these pictures that you upload, these videos will you want your grandchildren to see that when you get older?
And the sad part is that there's like this woman and many other women who do this, even men who do like crazy things. They have kids, and then they expect their kids to do the right thing and not do what they're doing.
Yes.
I always say this: children do what you do, not what you say.
Not what you say. Yes.
So you can't be showing off your body and then expect your child to look decent in public because mama can do it, so why can't I do it?
Yes.
So I think how we portray ourselves is very important, and that will also go to how people treat you. They won't take you seriously if you're somebody who's showing us your body every week on social media.
That's right.
I don't care how successful you are, but if you don't have self-respect, nobody will respect you back.
Yes, nobody will respect you back. And ladies, if you don't respect yourself, you ain't gonna find no good man. Yeah. And man, yes, but you ain't gonna. But for the ladies though, you ain't gonna find. You ain't gonna find no good man.
Us good women are looking for men who are upright and who respect themselves.
Yes.
So don't be making it about women.
Yes.
So it's so important to master what you're putting on social media.
Yes.
Be careful.
Be careful.
Because it can come back and bite you.
Yes.
Because they always say the online never forgets.
Yes, but not just online, but even offline. Master the art of perfect etiquette. When you go into a meeting,
They say first impressions last.
Yes, first impression last. How you dress and how you walk and how you conduct, how you talk. Yes, how you sit down and, you don't put your elbows on the desk, all the different things,
You don't?
When you're in a meeting or whatever, having that etiquette when you're going into an office, taking off your hat on. Ooh, I know that's something. I had to learn a hard way sometimes because sometimes I keep my hat on when I enter a building. But
my grandmother would have had a field day with you. And I'm sure your mama too.
yes,
I don't know where you learned that
I don't
from.
know.
Because I mean, seriously?
Yes.
Which man wears a hat in the house?
In the house,
Only women
yes,
are allowed
yes.
to wear hats in the house.
Yes, yeah, or anywhere. So, learning these things, taking off the hat when you enter into a building, if you're a man, or whatever, taking off, certain things or certain your coat or whatever, So, yeah, learning this etiquette because people watching you.
Oh yeah.
There's something called stereotype. People still stereotype. Even the people stereotype how you look, how you dress, your age,
how you chew your gum.
How you chew your gum. They stereotype. The demographic. They stereotype. So don't get them something to talk about or to deny you or to walk away from you. So yeah, learn these different etiquettes so that you won't be rejected and may feel and be ashamed.
Yeah. So other innovative approaches in networking would be things like virtual networking events and webinars, like the one I attended.
Yes, the one she attended. Yes.
Even the one that I attended the previous week.
Mm-hmm.
These have been like really, really great events. Social media. We've mentioned that engagement and
content creation.
That's a big thing, content creation, because everything is content now.
Yes, everything is content. Everything is content. Everything that you put up is content, and so that's you have to think about that. Everything you put up on social media is content, and so you got to begin to look at your social media and see, is I'm putting up the right content or I'm putting up the wrong content? Because if you're putting up the wrong content, you need to delete because you gotta
clean it up.
That
is if nobody has saved it up already or screen grabbed it, because these things pop up at the weirdest times. They pop up.
Yes, even though nothing is never deleted, off the cloud, but at least.
And that's a scary part.
Yes, nothing never is. Your IP is never deleted because if the FBI really, but you have to actually do a committed crime for them to go that deep, But
in other words, nothing is hidden.
Nothing is hidden.
You might think,
yes.
I've deleted it.
No, nothing hidden. When
it will come up.
If they really want, if you commit a crime, mostly that's the only time something will come up. But you gotta clean up your social media because everything you put up is.
But I would disagree with that because we've got Twitter police and Instagram police, TikTok police. They're good.
They are good.
I mean, unofficial police.
Yeah, they're good.
They know how to dig up stuff from people. They will dig up.
Because you gotta remember, they check on all your social media. They check Google. They check everything that you.
I'm talking about just users. I'm not police.
Yeah,
users.
no, I know users. I know. Because they check all your profiles.
Because
they
people
look
have
you
time
up.
on their hands.
Yeah,
right?
they search everything. And
they'll
so
pop up pictures 20 years ago. What?
There's something called a digital footprint. And guess what? We all have a digital footprint. You might have less or you might have more, but everything that you post on social media is a digital footprint. So you got to be careful what you're putting up, especially because it can be used against you. Yeah. It can be used against you in the court of law. It can be used against you in
evidence.
Yes, it's evidence. It's evidence. So be careful what you're putting up, because it's content.
Yeah, it's content.
It's content.
And people are looking for anything that can go viral. And if it means using your content,
yes, they will use your content to go because everyone want that viral. Everyone chasing that viral moment. Everyone chasing that viral moment.
And they don't care how it can hurt you.
Yeah, they don't care how it hurt you because why? They want to get viral. They want people to know about them so that they probably to make money off it. Because again, a lot of people looking for brand deals and all that kind of stuff. So, yes, everything is content.
So let's talk about the power of a diverse network. How is that useful? How is it needed for one to grow their brand and professionally and even personally?
Yes, the power of a diverse. It's good to have because you just don't want and when we said diverse network, it's just not just black people. That don't mean just diverse. Diverse network could be people in different fields, people in different nationalities, men or women,
different races,
different races, different countries, global. Diverse is that the power of diverse network, because now you basically you being more broad. You're being more what's another word I'm looking for?
I have no idea. Inclusive,
yes, inclusive, where you're expanding your reach. You're expanding your reach. You're expanding because now you're able to learn from other people, from other backgrounds. This is why a lot of times we have stereotypes too, because if someone never been nowhere or you never,
that's why I always
you're not in a diverse group. You just assume. Oh man, that
just like how most Americans assume that Africa is a country,
or you believe in
and it's not a country; it's a continent. Thank you very much. Travel, okay?
Or you believe in what somebody else said, or what you're seeing,
and you take it on face value.
Yeah, you take it, and you never experience it for yourself.
Or do your own research, because you don't necessarily have to go to a place. Now, there's so much out there on social media. Who now thinks that Africa is still starving?
Yes.
I mean, seriously? Like Google, go to social media, your own research and due diligence before you come back to a person and claim that this is it. No, it's not it. It really makes most people mad when somebody comes and says, "Oh, I know." Do some research before you come with a statement and tell me that you know this.
Yes. But but that's the benefits when you're able to. It's just like when I like. That's why I like colleges. That's why I like when you go to school. You taking up different courses. That's the same thing. You taking up different courses so that you could be more well-rounded. So you could be more a well-rounded student, a well-rounded individual. Why? Because you're learning a little bit in English, a little bit of history, a little bit of science. You're learning a lot of different things that's not just in your field. Because if you're learning in your field, okay, you just know your field, and that's about it. But you're not well-rounded because you never know when you're gonna need a particular thing or whatever. So yeah, that's the benefit of being of that diverse group.
So let's talk about attending cross-industry conferences and workshops. And I think our community is something very similar to that.
Yes.
Talk about that.
Yeah, because because you're able to learn different aspects of personal development. You will learn a little bit about business. You will learn a little bit about personal development.
This is the new next.
That's opportunity in the community. So you're learning different disciplines, inside the community, for the entrepreneurs, for the business people that want to grow confidence. Maybe you lack in your confidence. Maybe you are introvert and you don't know how to network. You don't know how to connect. So these are different disciplines that you're learning inside the community when you join a lunch and learn, when you join one of the webinars, when you join a mastermind session. You're learning leadership skills. We have different disciplines that you're able to learn inside the community, as well as you're able to connect with like-minded individuals.
Right.
Individual, because this is a global community, where anybody could join. Doesn't matter where you are. You could be in Europe, you could be in South Africa, you could be whatever, Canada, United States. So you're able to learn from different aspects of life, from different people, because you got to remember what someone else experienced is totally different what you experience. And so you learn it from their experiences, you learn it from their expertise, you learn it from their knowledge, all the different things that they had learned through their life and through their years of maybe career, job, education, whatever it may be. But you're able to tap into that diverse group of people inside the community. So that's why we say join a community. And also not just the next opportunity community. You have community like Reddit. Reddit community. You have LinkedIn. We mentioned.
What is Reddit about? Because I've never really had some experience with Reddit.
Reddit, it's like a forum where it's like text based. It's like different communities in Reddits. that you either, get quotes. I mean, get quotes or get motivation or, look up articles or whatever it may be. But that's like so you got these Reddit communities that similar to the next opportunity window. So, you either learn the different disciplines inside Reddit as well as the next opportunity window, but take advantage of these and not just like you blog posts and, going to reading different blog posts as well. But that's like an individual one-on-one thing. But
so to get involved in the next opportunity window, what can one do? I know we have the link in the description box, but anything else you'd like to add on that?
Yeah, we would say invest in yourself. Take advantage, because for $399 a year, that's like a pair of sneakers. So sacrifice a pair of sneakers for a whole year or whatever. So, that's like $3 a day, so $3 a day, $3.99, for the whole year, or $59.99 a month. So we say invest in yourself, so that you're able to grow and develop and network with other, because
that's the point of 2024.
This is the point of 2024. It's about networking, it's about building relationships, it's about connecting with other like-mindeds, because
turning connections into opportunities.
Into opportunities, yeah, that's what it's about.
I think that's the key they say the bottom line of this podcast episode is how can we turn our networking or our network into an opportunity for us.
Yes.
Just not know people for the knowing, but know them that they can play a pivotal role in your life. For example, if you're planning on writing a book like yourself, you are in the midst of writing your book, that those are potential people who can buy.
Who could support you.
Right.
When you're joining the 6-month mentorship boot camp, when you're joining the next opportunity, these are potential people that could support you. These are potential people that, maybe you could partner up with. Maybe y'all both having meetups and meeting and connecting one-on-one. You're meeting up. That thing can spark a startup business, or this are a lot of things came together. When you think of the McDonald's, when you think of Facebook, when you think of these is people. Facebook was started in the dorm room, a group of friends coming together, and
I think
share
Amazon
ideas.
was started in a garage.
Who?
Amazon,
yeah. So but Amazon, I think he was by himself, but
he was in his
family's
garage.
But when you coming together and you networking, that network can because you don't know what's going to turn into. The possibility is endless, because it's about connecting with, having a genuine connection with someone, building that relationship, and then if something come out of it, great, because you don't know what could come out of it. You don't know. Many business ventures came out of people coming together, meeting at
coffee shop,
yeah.
meeting at a seminar, a webinar,
virtual, at a library, all these different things. So this is why we have that. Like, the next opportunity is like a hub for connection,
right?
Not just learning.
So 2024, do yourself a favor and join in.
Yeah, join in and invest in yourself. We're gonna keep telling you, because we know the power of connection. We know the power of network, and so. When we able to come together, great things can happen.
Absolutely. Yeah. And on that note, we hope that there's a lot of takeaways that you took with that, because, wow, we want to make this 2024 a banger.
A banger. Yes,
right.
That's what it's all about, making a banger, because, we believe that in order for us to achieve our goals and our dreams, our aspirations, networking going to play a big part.
Yeah, and we hope that these insights and strategies will actually help you to empower you to build a network that not only flourishes but also brings you closer
to your goals, to your dreams,
yeah, to your resolutions. For those who make resolutions. Remember, it's not just who you know. We have to emphasize this.
Yes,
how you connect with them.
Yes, how you connect with them.
Okay. How you can't just know. I mean, I'll make an example. I know I knew somebody who was in a very high profile position in the United Nations, but I was so afraid to really connect with them because I was scared of them.
Yes.
You know, I felt some kind of way. I felt like I was like intruding. But sometimes you have to keep pushing until you get what you want.
Yes.
Because really, I lost that opportunity of that person helping me to get into the United Nations. You know what I mean? And this person was the head of a certain department. I won't mention who it was. But if I had found this episode back then, I would have known that, hey, being persistent won't hurt me. Writing emails every now and then saying, hi, Mom, whatever. It could have helped me. I could have, even if she had not responded, but I would have been at the back of her mind to say, if something comes up, let me contact this thing. But I just gave up after an email or two. I was like, she's not interested. She's not answering none. She's a busy woman, first of all.
Yes.
I should have been persistent. I should have been consistent. I should have had impromptu text messages as well to say, hey, Ma, how you doing? Not only contact her because I'm after something, but contact her just to check on how she is.
Yeah, because even like you said, you felt intimidated. But like I said, by you building that connection, being consistent, guess what? Then you'll realize, all that, it was unnecessary because you realize they probably were down to earth or whatever, and they probably nice.
Or they were just too busy. Maybe they didn't have a chance to come back to me.
Exactly. So, and here's the thing, because I'm just thinking about it because, I remember this is one of the things I lacked when I was in school. When I was all through my years of school, I didn't do enough connection. I didn't do enough network. I did a little.
Hence, you don't have any friends.
Yes, I did a little. But I didn't do enough. And I'm like, man, I should have did a lot more. I should have got a lot more numbers. I should have reached out a little bit more. And so now I'm going to school. I'm in school now for my PhD. Yes.
Soon to be doctor.
Soon to be doctor, yes.
Dr. Chaplin.
Dr. Chaplin, yes.
We don't know when, because these PhD things take time, but yes, it started.
Yes, so I started. Program. So now I'm more intentional in building relationships. I'm like, you know what? I'm making sure I get what I'm supposed to get. I'm making sure I'm networking with everyone that's inside this classroom because I understand
these are professionals.
These are professional people, and I never know where it's gonna lead me to. Absolutely. I never know, how we're gonna be a blessing to one another. Because at the end of the day, I'm not looking for, them to be a blessing to me only, but as well as so I can be a blessing to them. Because like I said, we are there to help one another out. Genuinely, that being authentic and having that genuine support. But you never know where it's gonna lead. And so when I went back to school, I'm like, what? I'm making my business to make sure I connect more, to make sure I reach out, to make sure I say hi, and make sure I get people numbers so that when we're not in school, guess what? I still got their number.
Yeah, they're still your friends.
I still got their email. We are still friends, and we still to build that relationship. So yeah, definitely. Yeah.
I know I still once in a while reach out to my class where we did our masters. Not especially the group that I was part of, because was split into groups and we used to do like group work. That group was like almost family because we spent like 3 years of our lives just grinding that MBA. It was hard.
Yes.
And I see some of them now are CEOs and CFOs. They're doing pretty good for themselves.
Yes.
And, so proud moments, and you have to congratulate people as they move forward, because you know that you are part of that step towards where they are. Because we worked together on those projects, and they were not easy.
No, they were not easy.
Yeah. So we want to just say to you, so just go out there and make those connections, okay? No matter how hard or intimidating they may feel, but just go there. They might just be the door that you're looking for into your next step in where you want to go in life. So until next time, chillers, we want to say before you sign off, do subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to do that.
Yes.
But not only subscribe, like, leave a comment, tell us what you think about this episode and how you plan on networking this year.
Yes, please let us know. We want to know.
Yeah, what's your takeaway from this session? but also we are also available on audio platforms. Do tune in there, leave a review, 5-star review, and also a is it a comment there? What is it?
You can leave a review.
Okay.
Rate us,
Definitely
rate us.
Review. Yes. And until next time, we wanna hear what you would like us to talk about for the next coming 12 months.
Yes, and that's 12 months. And and so we say, we definitely like to connect with you. Definitely. One day, eventually, we would like to do different meetups.
Would you
like
what?
that?
I think I just got an idea. We're going to add our LinkedIn profile links on the description.
Mm-hmm.
So do connect with us in our LinkedIn.
Yeah,
let's just do it now. Let's just connect.
Yeah,
Why not?
let's just connect, yes.
Yeah, and just keep chasing your dreams. Don't give up on yourself.
No, don't give up.
All right? Try again and again and again and again and again until what you're looking for happens.
For my introverts, we want to say get uncomfortable to get comfortable.
Right.
You might not.
In fact, to everyone.
Yeah, to everyone. Get uncomfortable to get comfortable, because when we're talking about networking, like I said, sometimes it can be intimidated, especially if somebody is high up there, and you're like, but they like human beings. They
very true.
They human beings. They bleed just like you. So
the red blood.
Yeah. Yes. So we got to get uncomfortable to get comfortable. But these is networking strategies that we can practice on a daily basis so that we can get more comfortable. Because I know I'm using these now. I'm working on it now so that I could be a better networker, because it will go a long way. And so we saying connect with us. We say stay connected, stay inspired, and keep chasing. Awesome. Yes, stay awesome. Yes, keep
Until
chasing your dreams.
See you next time.
We say if you enjoy this video, check out the next video we have for you. We say take care. We thank you. We love you, chillers. Deuces. Bye-bye. Peace.